During the summer months, many of us swap out our shoes for sandals or flip-flops, but doing that can, put you in the position to have some accidents with your feet. So joining me this morning to share some of the tips for protecting your footsies is Dr. Jodie Sengstock. Thank you so much for coming in. We do appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
And you are a podiatrist.
I am.
And so this time of year, what are the injuries you see most when it comes to feet?
Well, I'm also past president of the Michigan Podiatric Medical Association. So the association has some tips for everyone to kind of help take care of their feet during the summer. A couple things that we want to talk about is, number one, you can get skin cancers on your feet. You know what,
that is so great that you brought that up, because when I've gotten burns, it's often when I forgot to put sunscreen on my feet. I put it everywhere else.
And you get the straps with the burn?
From the flip-flops.
Absolutely. So you can get skin cancers, melanoma as we call them, in the feet. So make sure that you put it on your hands and your face, and the rest of your body. You have to put it on your feet as well.
Now recently we had a story about when you compare high heel injuries to flip-flop injuries, there were more flip-flop injuries, and you see that too?
We do, and I think people wear flip-flops more than they wear high heels, so that may be part of it. But you have to be, flip-flops are appropriate for certain times, and the times that they are appropriate is when you're at a pool or you are at a public shower. Water is a nidus for bacteria and athlete's foot and plantar's warts, so you want to protect your feet from those types of infections. But you don't want to be running around at the park with your kids with flip-flops on, or walking through the mall. They can fall, they can injure themselves. We were talking earlier about escalator injuries at the mall, that you can get a flip-flop.
I've had an escalator injury in flip-flops. I'm not happy about it, but it did happen.
They could be ripped right off your foot. You can have a sprained ankle or break a toe. And also long-term, especially for your kids, you don't want them to wear flip-flops, because anything that you have to grip with your toes to keep them on your feet can contribute to getting hammer toes, arch pain, heel pain.
I never really thought about hammer toes from flip-flops.
Long-term, yes.
No doubt. Okay. For sandals, any advice there? Because sandals are really popular as well.
You know, we don't want to have to wear our tennis shoes, something that's very warm in the summer. I do the same thing, you know. But a good sandal is something that has a good arch support, has a strap around the ankle, it fits your foot, it's not sliding in and out, you're not grabbing it with your toes.
And it's interesting, because when you look at the sandals out there, a lot of them don't have great arch support.
They don't. You have to go to a reputable shoe company.
Yeah, shop around for sure. Great suggestions. Any final thoughts on people who just like to go barefooted in the summertime?
Well, you have to be careful where you go barefooted, because if you're going to be walking barefoot, you can expose your foot to bacterial infections if you cut yourself, and to injury. So maybe if you're going to be doing a lot of running around, you might want to have a little kit with you, an on-the-go kit, extra pair of shoes, antibacterial,
creams,
yes, and some Band-Aids.
Good advice. Dr. Jodie Sengstock, thank you so much for coming in. We do appreciate it. The Royal Oak Grip Fest, straight ahead.